Awesome. 2.4 are your profile images and your cover images. Here they are on the profile of Facebook for Business. You can see the profile image on the left, and the cover image is the large one spanning the entire screen. So let's start with our cover images. So your cover image is larger than anything else on your page, and it's most often the first thing that people notice. There was actually a recent eye tracking study that discovered that users spend more time looking at the cover image on your page than on your wall posts and ads combined. So it's an amazing opportunity to present your business in an appealing way. How do we do that? How do we optimize our cover image? There are a few strategies and a few general guidelines to use, so let's have a look at them. So the optimal size for cover photos is 851 pixels by 315 pixels. And to get the fastest load times, so when someone goes to your page, it doesn't lag behind the rest and slowly load and then appear, you want to save it as a JPEG file that's less than 100 kilobytes. So the general and most important rule for header image and all of your images on your page is simplicity. Don't overcomplicate things and don't try and throw lots of details in there. Just keep it nice and simple. This is Twitter's Facebook page, and this was their old header image of 2013. And as you can see, it's just their Twitter bird logo, a simple purplish color background, and 2013, which was the... So as you can see, they say that they're the world's #1 news release service, and now all of a sudden you know exactly what they do. Another great strategy, which a lot of top Facebook pages do, are they highlight and celebrate specific events that are relevant for that time period that they're in. So here is Walmart celebrating the 2014 New Year with customer photos and obviously celebrations of that year. So here is another awesome header image from Twitter's official Facebook page that show all of the tweets sent during the French and English soccer match in Euro 2012 match. And it's very relevant to the time period, and it looks aesthetically appealing. So people can look at this and relate to the current event. Okay, so note here, this is the old design of the Facebook page, but I just wanted to point out this really important point of right aligning your image. This was Samsung Mobile USA's page, and as you can see, the general focus of the image is on the cover image, that is to the left where that person is holding the phone. It really sends out an unbalanced vibe for the entire page. And I'll show you now how much better it looks if they switched the text to the left-hand side and the phone to the right-hand side. So this is, again, an old Facebook page style, but you get the general idea. The UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship put the main focus of their image on the right-hand side, away from their profile picture. And it just looks so much more appealing and so much more balanced. The other important point about right aligning your image is that when people view your Facebook page on a mobile app, the profile image is actually moved up inside the cover image. So if it's on the left, if the focus of your cover image is to the left, the profile image will actually be covering that on the mobile app. So that's why it's really important to right align your image. A really great strategy that a lot of advanced Facebook users actually implement is a call to action. So as you can see, this is John Loomer, and he has focus on the metrics that matter, insights and training course for $73.50, and he has downward arrows which pointed to an app, so a tab below his image, which people could click and get directed back to his website where they could sign up for this training course. Another way you could do this strategy is have a click here button on your cover image that when you open the image, the description is linked with the URL that you want to send these people to, relevant to your call to action. Let's have a look at a video example of this. Okay, I'm here at facebook.com/Mari Smith, who is a Facebook expert. As you can see, Mari has the older version of Facebook at the moment. But what I wanted to show you was the cover image call to action. Right here, she has a nice picture of herself to the right. As you can see, it's right aligned, very clear, precise marketing. And down here, she has a click here to register button. So the thing to realize here is this isn't a button itself, but the whole picture is a button. And when you click this, it'll open the lightbox and show the picture here and the description over on the right. And as you can see, here is her call to action. So if you want to register for this Facebook Marketing Masterclass, you just click this and you'll be redirected to her site. She also gives a description of the course here. And as you can see, people are interacting with it. So it's an advanced but an awesome way that you could be using your cover image to get people to your site. So 3 important things to remember with your cover image is you want to use a unique image in alignment with your page style. You want to experiment with different images. You can update your cover image as many times as possible and just see what works for you. The other important thing to note is not to use more than 20% of your cover image space for text because it becomes too crowded, and Facebook actually don't allow more than 20% being text. They're not very strict at implementing this rule, but it's just a guideline that they suggest you follow. Awesome, so let's move on to our profile pictures. So the optimal size for our Facebook photos, our profile photos, is 180 by 180, which is the icon size that it will display on your page. Otherwise, 540 by 540 is preferable because when people click on that icon, it will load as a full screen 540 by 540 image, not just a 180 by 180. You want a simple logo that is very symbolic, almost like an icon for your business. That's really easy to look at, easy to remember, and will be appealing even though it's displayed as a small image. So here are some examples from a few big businesses who are doing it right. On the left is Amazon. As you know, this is not Amazon's full logo, but just a symbolic representation of their full logo using just the A. They only use 3 colors here and they keep it very simple. Mashable is the logo in the middle. They have the iconic Mashable M, and I mean, as you can see, it's just super simple. Just the white on blue, 2 colors. People can identify with it and it looks effective when it's displayed really small. On the right is a little more detail. If you want to go this option, I highly recommend that you keep the detail to a minimum. But here are Oreo, who have, it is almost a symbolic representation of their Oreo cookie. And again, they only use 3, maybe 4 colors if you include that gray. Here are a little more complex logos. So we have Starbucks, Barnes & Noble, and bodybuilding.com. What they've done, or the two on the right, have used their website inside their logo. I don't recommend doing this, but it is obviously done and could be effective. But as you can see, they still limit their colors to 2 or 3 colors maximum, and they're very symbolic. Starbucks have actually got rid of all of the text around the circle in their official logo and just use that interesting looking girl in the green circle. So your profile image is the one that is seen most around Facebook's site. It's always displayed next to your posts and next to your page name. So it's important that your image works well as a standalone image. However, you can also get really creative by making your profile image and cover image work together. Here are some examples. Again, this is the older style Facebook, but you get the general idea of how you can make them work together on the new design. So this is Ekapong's Facebook page, and as you can see, his profile image is here on the left, him holding an umbrella, and his cover image is the top of the umbrella and the raindrops on the cloud. Very effective, very fun to look at, and people enjoy seeing things like this. This is Demilked, which is a business page who have done this. And again, it looks very effective. One thing to note here is if you take their profile image as a standalone image, it is still very simple and very symbolic and very effective. But when you tie it in to the bigger image, it still looks great. Corona Extra is another great example of this. Looks really effective with the cover image, but have a look at that white border where the profile image is. Again, it's just the text on a beer bottle, and it's going to look really effective as a standalone image, and it's a very symbolic and simple representation of the fuller image of the beer bottle. So here is, it looks a little complex, but this is the new Facebook update dimensions. So if you're going to be creating a page, these are dimensions you're going to want to use so you know where to place your profile image in relation to the larger image. So if you're using Photoshop or another photo editor software, or if you're getting someone else to design your Facebook page, make sure they're aware of these dimensions and use them to their advantage.